What we're going to do today, we're not going to have a quiz, we're not going to have anything competing against one another, but we are going to have some physical responses to some slides that are going to appear on the screen. There's going to be a scenario that you're given, and you've got to imagine yourself being in that scenario, and then you've got to react one of two ways. You're either going to cheer, you're not actually going to make any noise, but you're going to put your hands in the air as though you're cheering, or you're going to react as though you're crying, putting your face in your hands. So not quite laugh or cry, but close enough, cheering or crying. Okay? So cheer or cry, that's what you need to do. Same for you at home, nice and easy. So let's go with our first one. So after years of trying, you finally have a child with your spouse. Okay, a unanimous response there. Everyone seems to be cheering. Everyone seems to want to stop you doing something important. Okay, most people seem to be crying. Okay, next one. Your spouse nearly kills your only child. Next one. You are made the second most powerful person in the world. I thought this could be an interesting one. Some people are cheering, some people are crying. It's not sure Ian Botham is necessarily the second most powerful person in the world, but it was a good picture. Next one. You're going to be a parent. You actually find out that you're expecting. Okay, back to a unanimous response there. Next one. Your family betrays you. Next one. You find out your best friend is going to die. Thank you to Spike Milligan for that line on the gravestone. Next one. You find out you are the next in line for the throne. Oh, another split one there. A few people crying. What are you worrying about? You just have to sit there and maybe tick off a few things here and there. You're not having to make any decisions. Next one. Your spouse is continually unfaithful. Next one. You find out you're going to lose your voice. Next one. This could be an interesting one. God gives you a message to share. Oh, so we seem to have a unanimous cheering there. Fantastic. Best to note that, Dave, just in case anyone does say they've got a message. They're quite happy to share it. And the last one. God tells you to rebuild his temple. Oh, mixture there. Most cheering, but a few people crying on that one. Okay, now you might have hopefully twigged a little bit to what's going on there, but just in case you hadn't, we've just gone through 12 different scenarios, but these are actually not 12 separate scenarios, but these are 6 different stories from the Bible. So the first one we'll combine together. We have David. He finds out he's next in line to the throne, but in order for that to happen, it means that his best friend is going to die, because Jonathan obviously was the next in line to the throne after Saul. The next one, we have Zechariah. He finds out he's going to be a parent. Gabriel comes and tells him, and then because he doesn't believe, he's also told he's going to lose his voice. The next one, we have Hosea. God gives him the message to share with Israel. And part of that message, he needs to experience his wife being unfaithful to show how God feels about Israel constantly being unfaithful to him. We then have Joseph. He's made the second most powerful person in the world, but on the way to that journey, he's betrayed by his family, his brothers. Think about killing him and then sell him into slavery. Sarah. After years of trying, she and Abraham finally have a son. I have to admit, I did ask for help from some friends with the ideas for some of the stories, and one person put up on Facebook, can you just imagine the conversation that happened when Isaac came back from his little walk with Abraham? Mummy, Daddy tried to put me on an altar. You can just imagine the feeling she might have at that point. So yes, her spouse nearly killed their only child. And then finally, Ezra, or Ezra and Nehemiah, depending on how you're looking at it. God tells you to rebuild his temple, and then, as we're going to see from chapter 4, everyone seems to want to stop you doing that very thing that is so important, that God has given you that task. The Bible shows us these times of cheering and celebration, but within those stories there's also times of heartbreak and great loss and sorrow. It's a very interesting combination. We see that throughout, and we're seeing that as we go through Ezra. So, Dave, I will hand back to you.